All right. I just wanted to say one thing. This reminds me of when Skip Carey's greatest line in the early '81 season with the Braves. He said there was only 500 people in the stadium. He said, instead of the other way around, let's introduce the crowd to the team tonight.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
Go.
The solar system consists of 9 planets. This is going to be just about as dry as Ferris Bueller's. What'd I do?
Your 15 seconds is running.
Would that be of fame? All right, the most important thing
Go
that
on
you
your second slide.
have to know is that you are the facilitator between the economic development community as well as the elected officials, and you have to get along with both. And that is not as easy as you might think, and neither is this. First of all, here's some do's. When you're going there or making the appointment, tell them what it's about. And then you have to know what it's about, and you have to be there and first of all start and say, here is the point of this meeting. Because a lot of times it could be a briefing, it could be other things. Do your homework. Make them understand how you really feel about this issue. It doesn't have to always be emotional. Be persuasive. Don't be too emotional. Use cold, hard facts about what you're trying to get across. The fact is that what you have to understand is that they have a constituency. These officials are elected and you aren't. And you have to look at every decision they make from their perspective. Even though you might say, hey, this is right, you've got to be very clear and confident about what you're saying so that they can interpret that correctly. So while you're being clear and confident and stretching a slide, you really have to come across as honest. You don't want to take too much of their time as well, so you need to be relatively brief in your presentation. If you don't believe in it, then neither will they. The other thing, too, is a forgotten art that we use. These little things right here will get you in trouble sometimes, but you know, it's good to just sit down and personally write a thank you letter or personally write a note saying we appreciate what you did or coming to the ribbon cutting. Before you get there, though, build coalitions with the people who are in your organization or your appointed officials so that they can back you up in case that needs to happen. Of course, this goes without saying that you always have to be very thoughtful, considerate of other people's feelings, try to be reasonable, and unlike me, cooperative. But the most important thing is to be realistic about your expectations about this. Give credit where credit's due. I have somewhere over 100 locations in Georgia, expansions and new ones, and I have never been in a hard hat and a shovel. The credit goes to the people out there, your elected officials or your appointed officials, and not you. Be supportive of your legislator. You might brief them as well. They're an elected official, a little higher up. And another thing is, do not criticize and openly criticize the policies that they have in place. If you don't like them, try to work them, try to improve them, try to get them, better. Don't just contact a legislator when you need something. It's important to take them to lunch or dinner or get to know them outside of a session, or just get to know them. Find out about their family. Find out about their likes, dislikes, or what they're really like. Obviously, don't ever try to do anything that will be perceived as buying somebody's votes. If you vote for this, gosh, we could help that campaign or something like that. That's not good. Don't be a gossip. Do not be somebody who's toxic in an organization, because you'll get that reputation, for instance, like being a loser. And don't become aloof, or the other thing is always respond. If you get an inquiry from an elected official, always respond. And always, when I was lobbying before, communicate with key staff, and particularly the administrative assistant that helps out that elected official. And with that, I conclude my 5 minutes, and really appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much.